Screen time is one of the hottest topics when talking about kids and technology today, and you can probably find a ton of articles on the internet about how to limit screen time. But the more important thing to think about when considering screen time for your child is not how much, but how are they using their screens. We're going to talk about that and more, and we're starting in 3, 2, 1. Hi, my name is Jay, and welcome back to Tech Parental, keeping your family safe, sane, and connected in today's digital world. On this channel, we do digital parenting advice and family tech reviews. So your kid has a device, an iPod, a smartphone, or even a video game system, but maybe you think he's spending too much time on it. There are several things you can do to limit screen time. In fact, I've made a couple of videos right here. You can check them out. So if you were to think about the different ways you use your devices, you can probably come up with several ways. One is purely passive entertainment. Maybe watching videos or shows on your phone or tablet or TV. Maybe another form is educational or informational, where you're learning a new skill or trying to figure out how to prepare a meal or fix a problem, or perhaps you're trying to find an after-school program for your kids. If you're the creative type, maybe you enjoy digital photography. You'll need a screen. Or perhaps you're into music production and you're composing and editing songs. You'll also need a screen. And if you like making videos, guess what? You'll definitely need a screen. Another category would be social. So this is all the communications you have with all the important people in your life, like family, friends, colleagues, just talking for fun, discussing things with your child's teacher, texting jokes back and forth. It's how the world gets along, usually. And then there's literally the time that you spend on screen for work. Catching up on emails, sending emails, writing documents or reports, crunching numbers, or performing any work-related duties that you do at home or in the office. We're just talking about the entire day, all the things, the different things that you do on a screen. So it's important to remember that for digital natives, aka your kids, this type of concept exists as well. And whether you like it or not, today's kid is growing up on the internet with devices in their hands, and they engage in screen time in all the same ways that we just discussed. And it's important to recognize that although limits still need to be placed on children, they are engaging in a lot of different screen time activities, and it's important to encourage a balance. We want to be sure that we're encouraging a balance between active and passive screen time. So what are some examples of passive screen time? So watching TV, and that includes broadcast TV or even on-demand TV shows like Netflix or Hulu. Also browsing the internet with no goal in mind, and depending on the type of video game, it can also be considered a passive form of screen time. Watching videos on any of the different social media sites like Facebook or YouTube are also forms of passive screen time. Now, we're not saying that any of these things are bad. I mean, we do these things ourselves. How often do you go on Facebook and check out videos or maybe play a game on your phone? What are some examples of active screen time use, or what we might call creative screen time? Well, like we mentioned before, digital photography and video editing, but also music production in the form of GarageBand, let's say, can also be a form of active screen time. And again, depending on the type of video game your child is playing, it can be considered creative, like Minecraft. Coding is also a very popular skill and pastime that young people are taking up today. In fact, at the high school that I work at, there are actually coding classes. And just learning new skills like web design, 3D modeling, or even something simple like Microsoft Excel. Using the internet is a form of active screen time. Even general education websites like Khan Academy and ABC Mouse are very popular educational sites that provide a lot of value, but guess what? They happen on a screen. It's important to recognize that all screen time is not created equal. We need to think about context. If your child were creating an oil painting on a canvas, you wouldn't go into her room and say, you know, you've been painting way too long. I think you need to spend some time off that canvas. Or if your child were playing a musical instrument in their school's band, you wouldn't tell them they need to stop practicing so much. Or if they were shooting pictures with an old-fashioned camera and developing those pictures in a dark room as their creative outlet, you wouldn't say to them, you know, you really need to put that camera down. If they were participating in any off-screen activity that they love, you probably wouldn't stop them unless, of course, they were taking over and impacting their school and family life. Obviously, any one activity done too much is going to be detrimental to the health of a child or anyone for that matter. The key is balance. Your child's screen time should be like the diet you're providing them, full of variety, different nutrients that address all parts of the brain. Now with food, we need to have some protein, we need to have some carbs, we need to have some fats. We need to have a little bit of everything. There needs to be a mix, and the same thing goes with screen time. Now screen time itself is not the enemy, it's how screen time is spent. And if you just watch TV and that's it, that would be bad. Just like if you ate only carbs and nothing else, that also would be bad. So when setting screen time limits and making up contracts for your kids to follow, it's important to take screen time balance into account rather than just set hard time limits and physical location limits. You can consider active screen time versus passive screen time. You can start encouraging more creative activities, as digital creative skills are something that are going to absolutely be necessary in the future. And so why not encourage your child to engage in these activities? It might even be fun for you to engage in these activities with your child together. You may even learn a new skill from your child. You never know. I hope that we were able to change your view on screen time. Feel free to share this video with your school's PTA or with any parents that you know. And for more videos like this, you can click on the round icon down below. So until the next video, this is Jay Andrews with Tech Parental, keeping your family safe, sane, and connected in today's digital world. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.